Hello friends. It seems many people have some problems with Wuthering Wave. People have bad performance and think that this game is not optimized well enough. Now I myself had some issues with Wuthering Wave and tried some solution for its performance and had some interesting results. I'm going to share it with you, but I'm not going to guarantee a solution for your problem. It's something to consider. Maybe your issue get fixed, but this is not a guarantee. The short answer for all this situation is using SSD. If you are using HDD, you should transfer your game into SSD and try using it. It may fix your problem. If you're already using SSD, try moving the game into a drive that it's not occupied by another software, such as Windows or another software in the background, or you don't record in the same drive. As you can see, I didn't stuck in verifying file integrity, which many people have stuck already and can play the game. It took me around 57 seconds to enter the game, and there was no problem with the game itself. There is no lag and no problem. Now let's see on the background what happens if I try to launch the game with HDD, which reside in most of old computers or old laptops or even common laptops. Using SSD always acquainted with faster loading screen and never related to lags and stutter. I never thought SSD would fix my stutter, but if you interested in more details, here how I found out about it. Recently, some of my games start stuttering on my PC. Now my PC is not an old PC, but it's not high-end either. It's middle of the road, but it still should run almost everything at normal quality at 1080p. The problem is that some games cannot run smoothly, although my system should handle them perfectly. For example, Tekken 8 runs really bad on my system, but it is because I don't have SSD for games. I only have one drive for my Windows. So result is Tekken 8 runs really bad with a lot of stutter. But I found myself a faulty SSD, and by separating bad sectors and using only usable cells, I managed to take some use out of that faulty SSD. And even though this is a really old SSD and used SSD, although this is not so fast at all and about 8 years old, but still it gives a lot of speed compared to my basic hard drive. Now, a strange thing about it that some games that I always get stutter in them, like Tekken and Wuthering Wave, will lose their stutter on SSD. So the effect is not just loading speed. Loading going to be much faster, but not only that, it's also going to remove some stutter. Now that's really strange to me because I had no issues to run Elden Ring, I had no issues to run other games like Resident Evil 2, but some newer games like Tekken 8 and some others that unfortunately I don't remember, they couldn't run smoothly on my HDD. I had to use SSD for a smooth frame rate. So people who talk about using old notebook or old devices which don't give them faster heart, it may result on some stutter. Now, the problem with phones are something completely different. I'm only speaking about computers. But mind this as well, because older phones also have a slower hearts. And consider this, that it's maybe because of shaders and other assets and they are becoming too big, but I actually don't know what is the cause of a stutter, but after testing, result is completely clear. Also many people said that they cannot launch the game, they cannot pass the verifying files integrity screen, and the loading screen going to stuck there. It's strange that it happened to me as well, and I had the same issue when I was using HDD. But when I tried to use SSD, verifying file integrity didn't stuck there. So if you can, although older PC may not allow you to use M.2, but if you can use M.2 slot, at the very least, you should be able to plug a SSD. A normal SSD should do the trick. But in any case, if you can, try an SSD to see maybe your performance issue and a stutter will be fixed. I mean, look at this. It's already going 5x speed. Still, I didn't manage to finish the video. No wonder many people thought that the game have stuck.